Okay, folks, this is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. My co-host to my your right, my left, is Jason from Pest Outdoors. His lovely bride Molly is in the background, but she is there. She'll make her 2 cents worth as she goes because she knows just as much as anybody else because she's smart. My wife Jenny is in the bathroom, but not much longer. And to my immediate left is not Mac. This is Ninja, which is really weird because she's normally not here. I just have to make a quick bounce over to get my Pepsi, and now we'll be right back. So, Jason, if you have the con. I know he's making coffee. So, Molly, you have the con.
Okay.
You're in charge.
Okay.
Don't go too nuts.
No. I guess I get to keep you company.
Oh, get to keep me company?
There's nobody on one to keep company.
Oh, no. That's what's cool. Reserve that door's closed. I'm going to turn this fan off.
Hello, everybody.
I'm going to go say hi to Molly.
Yeah. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Jenny.
Hello.
And yes, it's me tonight.
How are you guys?
Long day.
Yeah.
It was a long day yesterday too.
Yourself.
I got a TV show I gotta go watch. I gotta watch Fallout.
I got it recorded.
What?
I got it downloaded. Full season.
Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna go watch it on my PS4.
There we go.
18.
It's getting a little chilly in here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my tabs, grabbing a couple of these little tabs off the sodas.
What are they? What for?
A challenge from one of my other YouTubers.
Fish hook.
No,
Really? Fire starting?
25 yards out,
Oh, a target.
and you got to shoot this part in and fold it down without bending anything else.
Okay, then I've got one for you. You might want to use a different kind of match, but still a match.
Mhm.
Light it.
That's actually really hard.
But technically, that wouldn't be with this one. It would be with a survival match. Give you a little bit more of the extra. Because this is a strike anywhere match, that would work. But a survival match would work probably a little easier.
A strike anywhere method of starting a fire. I think I can do that. It might be a little on the pricey side, but
I just thought that might be an interesting challenge. Now, you might want to use more than one. Could make a little bundle, maybe. That might just give you some practice. But that's an idea. But those, I do know those survival matches aren't cheap, though. That's the only issue.
yeah, a lot of guys have done it before, but I've never done it.
Well, you wanted a challenge.
Now I know I can take the top off of a toothpick
If you can do that, you can hit the match.
at 25 yards. Okay. What is it called? Freehand is what they call it, but yeah. No bite bud. Nope. What?
I had an idea. I'm not sure if it would even be feasible or not. Using your air rifle, doesn't matter which one. It's basically, what do they call it? When you hit one thing to cause another thing to hit another thing.
Chain reaction.
Huh?
Chain reaction.
Chain reaction?
It's a chain reaction, but there's actually a method. But basically, you hit one thing to cause one thing to have a Fresnel lens come down and have it focus point onto the match.
Yeah, the domino or a butterfly effect.
Yeah. I think that would be kind of cool too. But okay, we keep on popping in 5 and 4, but I mean, I'm ready to see who's all out there because I got some really interesting fire methods, all within reach right here.
Yeah, I would do the hardest thing of all is shooting mice. You don't know how
Nice
hard
move. I know.
that is hard.
Well,
They're quick, they're hard.
hey, Cage, how you doing? Peace
Hey,
and love to you as well. Jason, your favorite method is a Bic lighter?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That answers my question. You know, did you hear Molly's favorite?
Yeah, me.
Honey, come like this.
Now, if I can, I say, Godzilla, you want to go camping? You can start the fires for me.
Godzilla would be an awesome choice. Also, the Human Torch.
Yeah.
Or Firestar. Any of the fire method, superheroes. So, Jenny says hi. Cage says hi.
Hello.
Now, we do have some stuff that help with fires, but I'm not sure if this would count or not. You know, anything like with a compressed fuel tablet, not necessarily this kind,
Mm-hmm.
but petroleum jelly and cotton balls.
Really?
You know, as a fire starting method, that would be an additional fire starting type of situation. Friction fires, chemical fires, electrical fires are the three top. I think it covers them all, right?
Yep. And you can also shave flint and put it in a cotton ball with a little bit of Vaseline, and that'll really help get it going.
Exactly. Now, I have several I have a ton of ferro rods I usually carry on me at any given time. Right now, in my immediate vicinity, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close to 10.
Yeah.
And 3. I would say 4 of them would be because of Molly, but I broke one of my shoelaces. But actually, I broke it at the gathering when I was walking around with not tying my shoes. That's on me. But they're still there, so 3 of them count.
Yeah, another way you can start a fire is a hot catalytic converter. And so
Yeah, but technically, what caused the catalytic converter to get hot?
no, they get hot anyways, no matter what.
No. What? Okay, before a catalytic converter gets hot, what has to go into the catalytic converter?
Hot gases from the engine,
And what started the hot gases from the engine?
gasoline,
And what ignited the gasoline?
spark plug.
Which is ignited by battery.
Yep.
Hey, Rep, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Favorite fire starting method? Go. I'm going to show off about 3 or 4 different methods, if not more, if I have them all. Because one of the methods, my cat decided to knock off my table.
Oh, the hose tap's holding, so
Oh, that's good.
for now.
Ah!
Negativity.
Well, they've got the water pressure so high out there.
Okay. Now, the one thing I am a little leery of is because I'm not going to be able to. I do have a steel plate here for emergency purposes, because I don't want to cause fire. You know, especially in the house. Jenny would kill me.
You can set off all the smoke detectors.
That too, but I think Jenny would kill me first.
Yes.
Now,
No, Jenny, you have to wait for him to put the fire out, then do it to him.
that's true. Most of my fire starter methods are in here, but not all. I do not have access to a chemical fire starting method.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
That rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, the pull string starter kit. That's a chemical
That's
reaction.
out in the truck right at the moment.
Yep,
I'm gonna have to go get that one.
and they work too.
Oh yeah.
You only got about maybe 30 seconds, so you make sure you have everything there.
Yep.
All it is a little baby flare, is all it is.
Yeah. I've got. This is magnesium. Big bag of magnesium.
Oh, by the way, don't start a fire with that,
Why?
because if you put it out with water, it'll blow up.
Why would I want to put it out with fire if I want to keep water if I want to keep it going?
No, you don't put water. Quiet. You
Well,
don't.
I
put water
understand
on it.
magnesium and water don't mix, especially
No.
when it's already ignited.
You
It goes
got it.
boom.
I'm just letting everybody know. Yeah, just don't put water on a magnesium fire. It is extremely violent.
Just a little bit. I'm trying to get all my methods out here. I'm just going to bring out the box for this one, even though I do have the case for my Yuko survival matches with the actual striker patch, even though it doesn't need it because they are strike anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I am actually looking for one item in this kit that I don't normally use because I've never had a chance to use it. And that is actually, I have a bag of, small bag of steel wool. And not everybody carries steel wool.
Yeah, it's a great scrubber for your pots and pans.
Well, like I said, I do have the methods for this. But the thing is, this battery is very, very low. Now, will it start a fire? I do not know. It'd be an interesting test if that would be the case. But I do have that method available to show. I do have to do the chemical one, which is the out in the truck. I'd have to slowly walk out there because I don't have my knee brace on at the moment. I do have something to show everybody who knows anything about my dad being a Marine. And when he passed away, I received something from his honor guard when they did the 21 gun salute. And I found out something very, very interesting, that the ferro rod that Cliff gave me, the half-inch one,
Yeah.
it fits inside the shell.
Oh yeah, it's 0.50 in diameter.
And it fits perfectly. So only thing I'm going to do to modify this, besides maybe it crimped a little bit here, is I'm going to get me a piece of leather to wrap around that, and that way I can handle it in the cold weather situations. But this way I can use this thing as I go. It makes a really good handle and everything. So,
well, another thing you can do is probably put a little bit of silicone in there and let it dry and let it hold it in there. So when you're striking it, you don't pull it out.
I haven't really done a lot of it. Just wiggles a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's because of the length. But that's an idea.
Yeah.
Pyro putty. I do not have pyro putty. Mini Bics. We all have mini Bics. Not the other one. Bics. Bic lighters, folks. I wasn't trying to, don't be crude. Flint and steel is one of my preferred methods, Rip. As Jason knows. And Molly knows.
Oh yeah, I carry fire starters with me with a lighter. They work every time.
Oh, Jason, I am going to need something off of you to show off for me, please.
What's that?
Even though it may not work, your fire piston, please.
Yeah, it's right here. Like I said, I've tried it a couple times and I still can't get it to go. Hello,
I
Luda.
tried every freaking method I know. It's not getting a high enough compression.
I even tried with alcohol.
Yeah, you don't get enough pressure to ignite anything. But that is another method. That's compression method. And which is the same principle as diesel engines. Now, Flint and steel, that's the only method I can't represent here because I can't find the one that really works. I'm going to try to see if I can find an old school homemade one from somebody like on Etsy or something, because those professional ones with open on both ends, I don't trust them. Now, these I will trust all day long. This, with a decent piece of flint, I can start a fire. No issues. No worries. And just a little bit of char cloth. Because you don't need much. Hey, Huga.
I already said hi, Huga.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to say hi. Hello. But yeah, that's. I mean, I think that's the only one method I didn't put on my thing is the fire piston method. But I do have my Fresnel lens in my wallet, which I carry with me wherever I go. I also have both a magnesium, got my little mini Bic lighter. By the way, for those people you carry Bic lighters for survival reasons, please, 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 please zip tie it open where it not be closed, or not, for that way you don't accidentally discharge it, because that way you don't accidentally put all the gas out of it before you get a chance to use it.
I mean, you can still light it, even if there's no gas.
That's if you're prepared for that. If you're not prepared, then that's a big headache you don't rather you get if you don't have to.
Yeah, because you can actually rotate this real slow, and you can get the
dust,
small little dust, and then you can actually ignite it.
Yeah, that would. I mean, that is a method, but I mean, if you're in an emergency situation and you really don't know what you're doing, because you're always relying on your Bic lighter. This method of just zip tying your thing, like this, where you can't.
And you also carry them in a case.
I got two of them. I've got one is in a plastic bag, and this is the one I just picked up for myself to carry. Now, there's also a simple Colan's, magnesium bar and flint. These are waterproof. You don't have to worry, but these will always work even wet. And as you can see, I've got mine secured to my keys where I always know where it's at. Now, the other one I have, which I carry with me, is in the other pocket. Yes, my regular other Colan's ferro rod. And this is supposed to be the striker that I use with it, but I don't. I actually just use my pocket knife because that hole right there fits all the way around my ferro rod, and it strikes up both sides at the same time.
Rob on the road. Good evening.
Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother? Now, that's 2 methods down in my pockets. Going for the third. And I know if Cornfed shows up, he had at least 4 of those Fresnel lenses.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gave some of those away or what, but mine's just a simple small one. Nothing fancy. I wish my sleeve kind of disintegrated, so it's getting a little messed up, but it'll still work, and it'll still help produce fire. But during the daylight hours only. Now, there are some flashlights that are supposed to be as bright as daylight that I would love to see if they would work with this, but I don't happen to own any of those.
You know these little wallets here? You can carry your Fresnel lens in this, too.
I just had the plastic sleeve, the original plastic sleeve, and it fell apart.
Yeah.
I need to get a better one with a better sleeve.
By the way, it's not a Fresnel lens. It's an MOA card.
Well, you need a Fresnel lens in there too.
Well, no, this thing cost me $9.
Oh, I understand what you're using it for, and I know it's important, but I mean, get another Fresnel lens at the same size. Is what I'm saying.
But yeah, little leather wallet works perfect.
Now, I was reminded by Jason there that I do have a Chemical One fire starting method out in my truck. I have not used it yet because right now I just feel my knee hurts too much for me to go wandering outside without my brace on.
No, if they want to see it work, I got a video.
Yep. Can you post the link?
Yeah.
Not only does it help me, it helps you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supporting each other. Oh, I forgot. There's another method I have here, and I forgot all about it until just now. Reaching here behind myself if I can find it.
This is a courtesy of Fox too, by the way, Mr. AKA Cliff. I mean, I gotta go way back.
It's been about a year.
No, I got 100 videos.
Just you should have them by the month. Just zip back to a year.
Oh yeah, there we go. Anything Wasp, Hidden Creek, Goodbye Iowa, down. Here it is. And let me go to here. Okay. And let's see. We copy that. Get back over here.
Okay, I had something sitting here. I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, apparently I cannot comment on. There we go.
There it is. Okay, I found it.
And there's that link.
No, Rob, it's a Boy Scout and a Girl Scout. Not just two Boy Scouts. Please watch the entire video, folks. It's really good, no matter what.
It's less than 3 minutes. There, you can put that in your.
Oh, that's cool, Cage. I still say dinner. No, I was going to show off this, which is really cool with my my case I have here. I don't think Jason has one of these yet, but
Oh, by the way, you can put that description in your. That link in your
Method?
description.
I will do so. It'll be after we get done all here.
Yeah.
But here's one thing I got with my my tobacco, Hudson Bay tobacco tin. It comes with its own little magnifying glass, which is a solar method. But in here, I also carry a very tiny ferro rod as well.
These
And-
are big too.
Yep, that's a lighter.
You can carry a couple of them in our camping gear.
I got a strike anywhere match in here. The only thing I don't have in here is a little teeny piece of fat wood. But I do have two big pieces of fat wood right here. I don't have any petroleum jelly and cotton balls, but those are on my list. But this right here is my favorite method right here. As anybody who knows me long enough knows, this is my favorite. I don't know. Because I didn't really know Bill Clinton, did you?
Never met him.
Anyway, if there was two presidents I would like to meet, Billy Carter would be, Jimmy Carter would be one, and Teddy Roosevelt would be the other.
Huh? Yeah, Molly says he smelled bad by now.
He probably does, but he still was, he created the national park system,
Oh, I know.
which is one of the reasons why I would want to meet him. And the fact that he gave a full speech while still having a bullet freaking inside him.
No, I still like to meet my great uncle.
He is? You're related to him? Well, congratulations on your ancestor. I think he's one of my favorite presidents.
Even though we heard he's a big a-hole, but
Yeah, but for the right reasons.
yeah.
No, these UCO survival matches work really extremely well. The only thing I would probably do with the thing, even though it does have a strike surface and everything, you don't necessarily need that even though it comes with extra ones and stuff. I would add something like a mirror or maybe button compass on the inside of this thing to give it a little bit more versatility. But there's that, or you could put a little piece of sandpaper as well.
Little 100 grit sandpaper.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what grit, but as long as it has some kind of sandpaper surface.
Did they get pills?
You know what? I don't think I did.
But like I said, the only method I'm a little leery about making right in particular now is I got a very weak 9-volt battery and steel wool. I probably have a couple other methods probably lurking in my gear. I haven't grabbed it yet. I'm a little jealous about your front porch there, though, Cage. Now, flint is not the only stone you could use with your steel. If you go flint and steel, that's just what everybody calls it. You can use chert, which I do have on me right here. Ooh, I got to move my. That's because there's a big giant magnet on there. Is you can use chert, which is what Iowa has. We do not have native flint here. Also, or any hardened stone such as even jasper, which is what this little necklace I have on my neck right here is an arrowhead that my boy got me for 25 cents at a rendezvous. But that will also work with a flint and steel. Steel. I haven't done it yet, but I do have Gorilla Tape. I just haven't had a chance to do anything with it yet. Because I have two micro lighters that I have available to me. One I carry in my pocket, and one I carry in my kit. My kit is nothing really fancy. It's just a bag with a lot of molly webbing on it, and it's got more than a few things in here. But I carry multiple ferro rods. I didn't plan it to be that way. It just came out that way. But the fanciest ferro rod I have is these two here, which they both have little feather motifs on them. And this is also a 1/2-inch ferro rod, like my other one, like this one. And that's from my father's funeral. Well, I'm sure they do there, Rob.
Sorry, still running errands.
Well, I have the one thing that my errand that I went to earlier. I went and got my Pepsi. But these right here are not as common as they once were, and that's the Light My Fire Moras.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean. As everybody knows, you can use Moras, the back side of these to strike your ferro rod if necessary. And the ferro rod in this one is not very big. It's only like that big.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got a really small hole on that one.
Huh?
Well, I got a small hole on that one.
Well, does it work for your striker surface or not?
Unfortunately, it does not.
Oh, that's too bad.
I would have to use this part of the blade right down here.
That's not a good place to do it, though, is it? That's why I use my my folding knife, because it's got that hole, the thumb hole, that it actually works really well for that.
But I got this one.
Yes, my internet is fixed. I've had my internet back for over a week. Now, the only one I can't use the back of for a ferro rod is my rigid here.
Yeah.
Because of that freaking channel that's on the back. And don't say I haven't tried. I have.
Then I got my lethal knife that's in the bedroom.
Yeah, here look. Here's the back of my Mora. Here's my dad's ferro rod. It's because it's not 90 degree. I got to get rid of that channel somehow. I don't have a grinding wheel proper that'll work for that, and I don't want to take forever with a regular file. I shouldn't be. Jason, have I froze at all?
I haven't noticed.
So I don't think it's me, and and I think it's his. My bill's paid in full.
Yeah, like I said, even though living out here in the sticks, yeah, our internet's iffy every once in a while.
I will say that my new one here does make really good feather sticks.
Hi, Jarrett.
Hey, Jarrett. Rob, what is your favorite method of fire starting? Besides a lighter, and because I was going to say favorite item to carry in your gear or your bug out bag, besides a pew pew, obviously. I can't see that. What is that?
A torch.
Butane?
Yep.
I've heard somebody actually uses a little mini laser for starting fires.
Yeah, I actually have 2 cans of butane.
I don't have a butane lighter. Ian likes carrying Zippo lighters because he likes collecting them. But the trench, I wouldn't mind getting a World War II trench lighter because those things can use pretty much any fuel to start a fire with.
Believe it or
Even
not,
perfume.
yeah, even a Zippo will work with almost any fuel.
Now I do have you can use isopropyl alcohol, or you can use denatured alcohol or perfume or aftershave if it's a high enough alcohol content. Arc lighters are great if you have them and they're powered up. I can think of maybe one situation where they probably would not work at all, unless they're in a Faraday bag or in Jason's house. And I'm sure you understood that one, Jason.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
An arc lighter would work unless it's being carried in a Faraday bag, would probably not work in a certain situation, or your house.
It'll work inside, yeah.
Your house specifically.
Yes, it works.
You know why?
I tried it. It works.
No, I was saying in case of a CME, EMP, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Your house is more protected than others.
Oh yeah. I mean,
But an arc lighter would not necessarily work during a CME situation because they could be shorted out.
Yeah, because our siding is 18 gauge steel.
Yep. Trench lighters, yeah. Is that the one with the rope? The hobo lighters?
No, it's I can't remember.
Ian's got a trench lighter that was from Australia, of all places. He picked it. He got it for free at a flea market, if you can believe it. The guy didn't know what to do with it. He just gave it to Ian. But I like my flint and steel. That's why I've given away so many of them over the years. It's just my favorite trail method when I'm when I'm backpacking, because flint and steel always works. It'll always get a spark. Now, will it the tinder catch a spark? That's a whole different ballgame. But as long as I always get a spark from that.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Faraday boxes.
Do you have any Faraday bags?
Not a bag, but I got boxes.
Yeah, but thing is, something you can carry in your pocket.
No, I got them in boxes.
Okay, cool. I would say in certain situations, like for a radio or I'm not sure if you want to count those electric hand warmers or not, a GPS, your phone, the arc lighter, like was mentioned.
By the way, if there's an EMP in the stratosphere, satellites are not going to work.
I didn't think there would be.
No.
But the thing is, certain things, an arc lighter probably wouldn't work either because it's electrical powered. It might actually explode.
No, I think it would work.
You don't think it'd be try to ground itself out and go boom?
No.
Well, I don't think anybody's actually tested arc lighters due to the fact that they didn't have arc lighters the last time they had a big CME event. They had telegraph wires.
It was 1864
or
something like that.
But fire starting wise, like I said, I've mentioned magnesium. Don't ask me why I have so much magnesium. I just do. And we got the Bic lighters. As you can see, it's all zip tied off. Which is also, I did the same thing with my own personal one. Same size. Ferro rods of various kinds. Flint and steel. Fresnel lenses, I just put mine back, but I'm just going to say the word magnifying lenses, which is the same basic principle.
Yeah.
Chemical fires, it's like those little pulse fire starter methods, which is in the chat that Jason put out.
Mm-hmm.
But was recorded by Cliff from Foxit Outdoors.
No, that one was recorded by me. He did his own.
Okay. Was it reverse? Who actually did it?
It was Cliff, but I recorded Cliff.
Oh, there you go. There's the person who actually did it. There's the person who recorded it. It's in my chat.
He never posted his.
The chemical, the pull, the fire starting method. Remember, you pull the little strings and it goes, and it lights up.
I still have it on here.
Yeah, no, we actually posted it in the chat. Well, he did.
Yeah, my video of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I. You know what? Let me double check. I don't know if I actually took a picture of that one.
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh yeah, I did two of them.
You think TikTok will survive? I doubt it.
Did what?
Oh, he said in case of the biggest EMP event, TikTok would sadly survive.
I don't know how.
I don't think TikTok would survive.
Run on Chinese network stuff, so yeah, dude, you fart in here, it probably dies.
Somebody would try to figure out a way to make OnlyFans work. Don't ask me why. But I mean, Cliff,
yeah, as long as there ain't no electricity running through these, yeah, OnlyFans will work.
Oh, Cliff, that would be so funny if you actually created an OnlyFans for your fan.
Yeah, that's how I make money, selling OnlyFans.
By the way, did you know that the number 8 top OnlyFans site is about a hearse?
I don't know what this has to do with Blake, but
Yeah, I know, just one of those things. No, this girl keeps on saying that she needs to create an OnlyFans, so she created one for her hearse. And it's like number 8 on the entire site.
nice.
Don't ask me why that is, but it is. But it's neither here nor there about fire starting methods. Like you said, the only one I'm a little iffy about this particular point in time is this method right here.
Battery and steel wool is not easy.
No, it's not that. It's just that this battery is almost dead. So
I
don't know if an almost dead battery would work or not. Though I have seen Cody and
Mike, Joe Tenai.
not Joe. I don't like Joe. The other one.
Canterbury.
Yeah, Dave. They did it with a cell phone battery that was almost dead. So I don't know. But ferro rods, or like the most prevalent one I own. I've got Fresnel lenses. I've got magnifying glasses. I've got fire, stormproof matches. I've got strike anywhere matches. I've got Bic lighters. I've got one chemical method, which is the little pull tab fire starting method, which it's out in the truck. I just don't want to go out.
Technically, not really chemical. It's basically an inverted match.
Yeah, it's still chemical burn.
I don't have the actual
Still-
like gelatin and whatever the potassium nitrate
Potassium and sugar.
contaminate, whatever that word is. It's like that long. What I don't know if anybody can spell it for me, let me appreciate it. I know it's potassium something or other.
Yeah, potassium pentagonate.
That's the word. But I don't have any of those items. I do know if you want something to help you start a fire, you can use sugar cube and ashes will catch fire really easily. If you didn't know. That's a waste of good sugar if you ask me, but that does burn. Now, Mythbusters has done a complete series of fire starting methods using solar fire from ice, from a filled condom, and a few other things. Heck, Dave Canterbury did it with his own pee. So there's that.
Has to be clear enough, though.
Oh, that's what his worry when he was making it, because his pee was not what you call clear because he was dehydrated. But yeah, I've even heard of one method. It is a Fresnel style solar method, and that's using a hole in a paper with a little bit of spit. I don't know if that method ever works because I've never heard about anybody doing it. But
we got the Phoenix Death Ray.
I do have my Army Survival Manual I just required that might have several methods that I haven't discussed yet.
Cliff knows which one I'm talking about. The Phoenix Death Ray.
Hell yeah.
Which one is it?
Oh, the gentleman in Phoenix that uses the big old giant Fresnel lens.
Oh yeah, the one that actually melts rocks.
Cooked out of a TV.
Yeah. In molten rock.
Yeah, I've never seen him. That is actually pretty cool that he does that.
Or
He doesn't per se melt the rock. It's just the rock gets hot and starts to explode. It like blasts off little pieces of it, little by little. He's melted glass with it though. That stuff just liquefies.
No, he's melted coins together.
He did. It was a stack of quarters, wasn't it? He did like a stack of 10, 20 quarters. He just stuck that under and just turned into like a molten block of like random metal.
Oh, I did mention that I have duct tape, and I was wrong about that. I have Gorilla Tape that Ian gave me.
GT.
Now you can
So I
make
got a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to find my new book, my new manual, and I can't figure where I put it.
Oh, I finally found that one thing I was looking for like weeks ago. My patch that I had, this particular patch.
Yeah.
Because this particular patch had something inside of it that I stuck in there.
Oh, your Fresnel lens. Your lens.
That is a lens out of a 5x30 or 50x32 binoculars.
That was really freaking cool. The fact that you still have that in there and it's really clear.
Oh, that thing is like, it's got some smudges on it, but I'm pretty sure I could wipe out the minor scratches. Like I found this thing like busted on the side of the road and I just grabbed it and I was like, oh, yoink.
So that is a curb find. I would say, oh, hell yeah.
I don't know where the other pieces of the lens were. I had like 6 pieces of it.
Okay.
Finally found that.
This is my version of a Army Survival Manual, so bear with me, folks. I'm going to see what methods they have in here. I haven't looked yet. But I'm sure they have methods I haven't even considered talking about yet.
Damn, patch is too big for that one. Whoop.
Oh, by the way, it's a nice orange tree.
Did I pass it?
Yeah, pointy little bugger, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
I've walked by that thing and gotten like one of the top thorns off the top of where it split off at the top. I've almost got one of them suckers in the eye like 3 times. It just catches the side of my hat. I'm like, ooh, that was close.
Yeah, I mean, look at the size of the. Or did you see how big the gladioluses have been getting?
7.7.
They're looking gorgeous. They're not even bolting yet.
Oh, dude, you should see mine. I just filmed a big old like 30-minute video,
Ooh.
but I can go out there and take a random picture. So I took
Okay,
I took a few randoms. This is my my little bird feeder thingy, or bird bath.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, okay. If it was out of focus, it looks like a meat and cheese tray.
Yeah, I can kind of see how that would look as a
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, that's my solar bird bath.
Hey, Cliff. Here's the. Oh, if I get the freaking page to show up real quick.
Fire.
Chapter 7, Firecraft.
Isn't Chapter 7 bankruptcy?
Not in the Army Field Survival Guide.
No, that's chapter 11.
Yeah, that's in Chapter 11.
I'll go take a picture of those real quick.
Now, they talk a lot about methods for prepping a fire, like a Dakota fire hole or Swedish fire log, which is also, there's a video on that, I believe, that both Cliff and Jason did.
Did he blip or did he freeze?
Cliff left.
No. Where it says, "Did you just froze?" I'm going. I
It's
thought
not
I
me.
saw a blip.
Did I freeze?
Just a blip, like a half a second.
I don't remember freezing. I might have stopped moving because I was reading.
No, I mean it went click. It was a blink.
I have no idea. We talk about the different types of styles of fires, such as the teepee, the lean-to, the pyramid, and the cross ditch. The cross ditch I've never heard of before.
Yeah. Now you can also collect some certain plants that are extremely flammable that you can process and take with you everywhere.
I know that cotton from the cottonwood tree, cattails,
Palm trees.
Huh?
Palm trees.
I don't have any here.
Sucks for you.
Well,
we got palm trees everywhere here.
we have cottonwood trees here.
We have a specialty one.
Yes.
Now,
we do.
some of these methods have been shown on dual survival and everything else. Now, a shotgun fire or a flare fire, even though I've heard about these methods, I've never done those because I don't like wasting.
I just saw you freeze
ammo.
again for about a half a second.
Huh?
I just saw you freeze for about a half a second.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna check something. I will be right back because there shouldn't be freezing at all. Because if it's going to be bugging everybody else, it's going to be pissing me off, and that's not going to be a good
I'm not
idea.
even looking at the screen, so
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
his voice isn't freezing. It's just the picture for like about less than a second. I just happened to catch it skipping. Yep, a Valvoline commercial.
No, I'm dead ass serious. I just went up
Yeah, you can just take a rock and you can take the palm tree fronds and you can just scrape it.
Yeah, I'm spinning.
Sure, I'll be back in just a brief moment. Still yet again. Have to get my food.
Yeah, I don't know if Cliff has any palm trees where he's at. It might be a little bit too cold for most of the species. But I do have a palm tree on property. Yep, and we lost Colin. Good night, Colin.
Okay. I figured out the problem. It wasn't me. It was Jenny playing the PS4 in the other room, streaming videos.
Yep, you're still, you know,
She was hugging the internet.
yeah, she's hugging the internet. It's going to happen all night while you're on.
Yeah,
So
I know.
it's all right. StreamYard will fix it for you.
But the thing is, I hate people complaining about it when there's nothing I could physically do about it.
Nah, we're going to complain about it just to bug you.
Well, let's just stay on topic, folks.
Alrighty. I was just explaining that you can take a palm frond, you put a flat rock on the ground, and you can scrape it. And you get this nice little fuzzy stuff off of it.
There's a method. If you take some toilet paper or paper towel between two boards with a little bit of soot and do this, it's a friction fire, but you get two flat boards and do that, it'll cause it to smolder and get a spark. Okay, I found out it wasn't me, Rob, so
Yeah, we'll blame Jenny.
she's not happy about it because she was trying to watch a new TV series that she's been wanting to see. But in order to do that, she takes a lot of bandwidth.
What is that?
Molly wants to know, what movie is that, or TV program is that?
It's called Fallout,
Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about.
based on the video game, the live-action series version. It would be easier if she just downloaded the entire series and then worry about it watching it later. But she said she's gotten it. She's been trying to do games and stuff while I'm on my stream. So that's if you see me lagging or anything like that, it's not. It's because Jenny's on the PS4 instead of on her phone like she usually is. But
Yeah,
that's not
PS4 has a better download speed though.
what was that?
So PS4 has a better download speed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it hogs a lot of bandwidth. But Cliff, what's your favorite method of fire starting?
Lighter,
Which type?
blowtorch,
Okay.
gasoline or a match. Camera? Why? Why camera? Why?
I've got I don't have any Zippo lighters, even though I do have the fuel. I carry a lot of fuel that can be used for those. I want a trench lighter. Don't have one of those yet because those things are, I don't know why, they're like wind-proof, bomb-proof pretty much.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And you know what's a good fire starter? Believe it or not, a forever match. Those things seal up and they hold the fluid in there almost indefinitely.
Yeah, I mean that I don't have one of those. I used to have one of those.
Yeah, I used to have them too.
Rope
Ian
lighter's
said-
pretty decent.
Ian said, "Dad, can I see it?" And that's the last I saw it.
You should know better.
And so I hope people in the chat can still see me. I apologize. It wasn't me.
Oh, that's an ice cube. Saw something weird floating in my drink. I was like, "What is that?" And then I realized it was an ice cube. Duh.
Okay, Cliff. One.
I'm not drinking tonight. I ran out. The only thing I'm drinking is lemonade.
That's like I said. That counts.
If I drink right now, I'm out. Good night.
It could be anything, Jason. Water, still water, something to drink. I do like carrying my flint and steel in this case because I get the magnification lens that comes with it. And now I haven't tried to use it yet, but it's a pretty powerful little magnifying glass. Not as powerful as the one that Cliff's got from the binoculars, mind you, but still. Hey, Doug.
Probably not as powerful as this one either, because that's an actual magnifying glass lens.
Well, I just looked up the forever matches. They are actually very affordable, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. The one I had didn't cost me very much. But the thing is, I just hadn't, like I said, Ian said, "Dad, can I see it?" And
But you got to learn to say no.
Like drugs. Just say no.
Just say no.
yeah, just say no. Now, wax and permeated any fuel pretty much will burn really well, whether it's from like little tea light candles or paraffin, or even just straight up candles.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of these have ferrule rods on them too already.
Yeah. They have a version of what's that? The fire rope. that you could it has a little lighter on it.
Yeah.
That's
The
supposed to
rope
work.
lighters?
Huh?
The rope lighters?
Yeah.
Mine's still in my truck. Just sitting there now.
Yeah. These things
Well,
range
I'm not
anywhere.
asking you to get it right now, but I mean, I've seen them. I would like to get one eventually. Don't have one, but I used to have a Forever Match. They do not. They do have a tendency to leak if you're not careful with them. If you accidentally make sure when you screw it back down that the threads aren't crossed, it can happen. So,
Yeah, Amazon and Walmart have a pretty good deal going on.
what's the one from Walmart?
You get 10 lighters for $18.
What kind of lighters?
The Forever Match, the little square ones.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Amazon has a nice one for $4.
Yeah,
They
let me
range
see.
anywhere from $3.50 to $10 each, depending on how nice of one you want to get.
Well, High Plains. What is this one?
Also called a
Prospectors.
match. Yeah.
Has one for $2.95, but that's not including shipping. Now, Walmart might give you a little bit better deal. Who knows?
Let's go to Amazon Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime member. Yeah.
I am an Amazon Prime member.
Yep, there you go.
How else can I watch movies?
Netflix.
I don't have Netflix. And I can't order stuff off of Netflix to use in my backpack.
Amazon has one for 20 of them for $25.
That would be great for giveaways.
Yeah.
They have they call it a permanent match too. So
Permanent match, yeah.
a pack of 5 for $20.
Yeah.
Or you can get 2 keychain ones with refillable kerosene filled ones for $11.99.
Zippo fluid does just as well.
Now I've tried. I don't like the smell of kerosene, so I would not use kerosene because that stuff's nasty.
Yeah, just put in there Forever Match in your Google search, and it comes all up.
Yeah. Now, do they have? What I'm gonna look for is trench lighter. See if that's in there somewhere. They do have trench lighters, but they have rechargeable ones, which makes no sense. Oh, they have a pressure relief cool lighter, kerosene lighter, reusable windproof trench lighter, vintage fine copper for $23.39.
Pop-Tart?
Yes, I'll take one.
Garlic bread.
Oh.
Oh.
That's better.
Someone offered me a Pop-Tart this morning, and it was like cookies and cream, which I don't like.
Ew.
Now, has everybody here seen the Mythbusters fire starting episode?
Who hasn't?
They did a whole bunch of them.
I'm asking the people in the chat. I know we have, but I'm not sure about the people in the chat. Because I know they used Fresnel lenses when President Obama was president. When they did the Archimedes death ray. So that counts, doesn't it? Then there's he did Tori and all them did the water method, the ice method, and a couple of chemical methods. I'm not sure what
They
else
also
they
did the shield method, which I think that was the Archimedes death ray.
Which is basically a Fresnel. They did a Fresnel lens version too.
Yep, I'll be right back.
So South, Doug, what's your favorite method of fire starting that you put in your kit? I have so many redundancies on fire. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if that's a bad thing or a good thing. And Cliff, I'm not sure if I showed you this yet. My dad's when he passed away, they had a 21 gun salute. Okay. This is the ferrule rod you gave me, the round half-inch one.
Mm-hmm.
It fits.
Oh, nice.
So I got me a handle for it.
That's neat.
I'm going to get a piece of leather to wrap around this thing because I know in wintertime this thing's going to be ice cold.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So I'm going to, because it's brass, obviously, but I'm going to get a leather wrap for it so I can carry it. But the thing is,
Two things.
I can extend it out as I need it.
Dinner's ready.
And it still has the lanyard hole. So, yeah. Thank you for this, Cliff.
No
And thank
problem.
you, Dad. So between you and my dad, I got an extra handle for my ferro rods. But I have not tried like rubbing two sticks together method or anything like that. The fire plow or they're basically friction fires, but different styles of fires.
Yeah,
probably
you're the
not
old
maybe-
school rubbing two sticks together. You're going to be sitting there for a long time. You're going to wear yourself out before you actually get a fire started.
There's the fire bow, the fire drill. One method I've been wanting to try is try to take a hand drill and see about doing that. I've seen someone actually use a electric drill once.
Yeah.
The one method that I would not recommend, I seen once when I was on a job site, and that is a welding spark.
Share with me.
Not somebody's pants on fire.
Well, I mean, the welding spark.
Yeah, but the guy wasn't even anywhere near where the welding was going on. The spark just jumped that far. But I've not done the chemical ones, with the glycerin and stuff. And the one you mentioned earlier, Cliff, because I can't pronounce it. But I've used the Fresnel lens multiple times. I tried as a kid with the regular magnifying glass, but not as heavy powered as I got here, or even a Fresnel lens.
Magnifying glasses for Fresnel lens. It's hard to start a fire unless you got a big one.
Well, you have to have the right tinder, tinder bundle for those. Also, you got to make sure. I mean, you can carry brown char cloth if you have it, and generally most of us do, but not everybody does. Some people rely on the cotton ball and Vaseline method. But I mean, if you have your fire rope, which I know you have, Cliff.
Well, like I said, since I've gotten it, I don't go anywhere without my Exotech fire rod, my fire steel.
Yeah. The one method I talked to Jason about was the fire piston that he and I both have.
Yeah.
I gave mine to Ian. I think that one is screwed. Whoever designed it did a wrong job because it doesn't work. I tried everything I can think of to get it to work, and it doesn't work. Now, does anybody in the chat have any experience with fire pistons? I've had 3. And my first one was my favorite one. It was made from a copper tube, a dowel rod, and just a regular knob, and it had a little screw at the end, and a little O-ring.
There we go.
And it worked really freaking well.
Let's set my desk on fire.
I have a metal plate just in case for now. The battery and steel wool. While I have it here, I'm a little leery about trying it because my battery's kind of dead, but it doesn't mean it won't work.
Well, it don't take much to get those things going. You just need any sort of electrical charge.
Well, when I tested it with the battery to the tongue method, it does tingle, but not very much. Not like a brand new battery does. But now, while a EMP or CME event might make that particular method tougher,
I'm back.
because I don't know if that would interfere with
Busy
the
night.
batteries or not.
Going to the house.
Some batteries it might short out, but
What's everybody thinking about?
Batteries and steel wool.
Oh, sorry.
Well, CMEs, and EMPs, would they affect certain batteries or not? Like tri-cells, 9-volt batteries, AA's, AAA's, C's, D's. What is that one you have in one of your flashlights, Cliff?
So the 18650s.
Yeah, those things. I mean, those. I'm not sure if those can be affected by them or not. And then there's car batteries and such as well.
Well, again, it depends on whether or not there's an electrical charge running through it.
Well, I mean, generally, if they're in a vehicle, they're going to have some kind of charge going through it.
Yeah, they'll be energized.
That's what I meant. And it's either a CME or EMP might be able enough to mess with those. Now, an Archimedes battery would be kind of interesting to see if they would mess with that. If anybody knows what that is.
Baghdad battery.
Huh?
Baghdad battery.
I've never heard of that particular term. What is that term? I'm not familiar with that one, Jason.
You never the clay pot with the copper and the tin and some
Vinegar.
tar. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I've never heard it called that. I've just heard it called an Archimedes battery.
Look it up. It's pretty cool.
But I've never heard it called a Baghdad battery. That's a term I've never heard in my entire life.
The oldest batteries they've found so far.
But I've never heard of it called Baghdad, though.
That's where they found them.
Well, I've always heard of the Archimedes battery, but that's not something someone is planning on making unless you want to. There's the lemon, and you can do the same thing, making your own battery using a lemon and those same elements you were mentioning. Now, whether that works or not, enough to power anything, I don't know.
Now, just get a couple of potatoes, some wires, and what is it? Salt water.
I've heard something about copper pennies and salt water, possibly, but they might be enough to create a spark to start a fire. So an electrical fire would be same as the battery, I guess. What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah, I think I'd rather just go with a friction fire at that point.
Which type?
Man, I can do, like I said, I can do spindle fires pretty decently. So I'd probably make myself a rudimentary bow drill and just go from there.
Well, I would probably cheat and use my hand drill that like the ones I sent you.
Yeah.
And just go neat, because it gives me something I can press down on top of as well. While I'm cranking. Now, it'll probably go through the hearth board really quickly, though. And I'm not sure how fast you can get it to spin. But
you need, like, really, really hardwood for the bottom is what's usually recommended, and kind of like a softer wood for the spindle.
I've heard that, like willow and cedar.
I've done it all with pine, and it works just fine.
Now, on average, what would be your best method for carrying besides the actual Bic lighter, which is 90% of everybody carrying a Bic lighter, most likely, or some kind of lighter, whether it be Bic, Zippo, what have you.
Well, I have my normal one that works. I always have this one on me. This is the one I carry with me now because I know it won't explode on me. There, my damn pocket. I can't get it out of my pants. My belt is in the way.
I've got this one here, this little mini one.
My Ronco Zippo, my Ronco torch.
Okay.
Which doesn't
your butane one, right?
Huh?
It's butane, right?
Yeah, my Ronson butane lighter.
Like I said, I just got this little, really, literally, Bic lighter. You can see it right there. And I've got a little, as you can see, I got a zip tie on it to keep it from being discharged. Because I can literally press the button and nothing happens. I do have another one that actually I keep in my kit at all times that I got from Cliff that did the same thing. Just that this one's red.
It takes a minute to get going once I have it fire filled up.
I'm going to actually test a method here. I never thought about doing it till just now. Oh, flint, steel, right? Ferro
Oh
rod.
yeah, you got the rough edge. It's going to work as a 90-degree spine.
Yep. So there's the steel. It still works.
That's why
So,
people usually use bastard files.
yeah. I do have a small one I carry with me, but I use that for my sharpening my blades on my broadheads. But my handle works out fine, which is really nice. The only thing when it doesn't work really well is this one, because the spine is all messed up.
Yeah, it's rounded.
No, it's not mounted. There is a channel all the way down. Don't ask me why it's there. This blade is actually shorter than the average one I have, but I like the fact that it is shorter, easier to work with.
I think the only one shorter than that is the Eldris.
Probably. But it's very comfortable to
Like a
carry,
2-inch blade.
stuff like that. And I think everybody in the chat just shut up. I don't know what's going on.
Because nobody's watching. I don't know.
They died.
I hope not. Ooh. With a piece of flint, it works.
Oh. Double the spark.
Spider, I don't know where you think you're going, but go somewhere
Well,
else.
at least we know that works. But that's also a really good, nice piece of flint, as you can see.
I have the rustiest. Well, see, no, because even my my carbon steel, or my carbon is a little short, little blade on there.
Yeah, this one is a carbon.
Yeah, carbons always have the short ones, the
Yeah.
shorter blades.
Oh, it should be. Yeah, you can read that right there.
Yeah, you can't read mine because mine's covered in rust.
Well, mine says carbon right there.
Pretty damn good.
I like this one though. I mean, even though the spine needs to be a little adjusted, but that's still really nice.
Google Pixie Pro.
Still here lurking. Okay, what's dibber?
I don't know, honey. What's dibber?
Supposed to be dinner, but I can't type
Oh,
it.
dinner.
Oh, I was wondering what dibber means. I go, what the heck?
Dinner.
Now,
Oh, that's somebody who always claims dibs on things. Dibs, that's mine. Oh wait, no,
that's
Ian is a dibber.
Ian. Ian's a dibber.
Dibs.
He's not going to be with me this weekend.
You know,
Why?
oh, because I don't know.
Because he didn't want to be there last weekend either.
Well, he had to go because we were visiting family.
Now, don't forget to save all your sawdust and your wax. You got a good fire starter that way too. Oh, phone call.
Now, a method I've heard about, but I've never seen anybody do, is the chocolate and Pepsi can.
Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there doing that. Most everybody uses peanut butter.
I can't.
I know.
So chocolate and a soda can of some kind to polish it. Toothpaste is supposed to work too. But make a little parabolic lens. Now, you can just cheat and go get yourself a makeup mirror from Walmart, little compact makeup mirror that has the magnification on it. That should do the same thing. But that is a solar method. And while there's variations on the solar method, they're all basically the same thing. You're using the sun to start fires. Right, Cliff?
I wouldn't know about that because I don't have children.
So what does that have to do with anything that I just said?
Because my son doesn't start a fire
Ha ha ha.
because I don't have children.
You know mine does. Sol, S-O-L.
What he does is he likes to steal all your methods of starting fire.
Yes, he does. Or a lot of things for mine. He goes by saying mine and walking off. But basically anything with a Fresnel magnifying glass or anything like requires the sun to run, it's going to be solar method. Anything that requires rubbing things together, friction method. Chemical method, I don't have any of that, to be honest, unless you want to count, because you can even consider matches as a friction method.
Could technically, if you had like a clear cup like this, or like a little plastic cup like this, a little bit of oil in the bottom, you could do it that way too.
I've never tried oil, but that's a good idea, though.
Because if you're in the bush, if you're cooking and you're doing a lot of bushcrafting stuff, you're going to have a little vial of oil on you anyway.
That's true.
You
I
can probably
like
use a little vial, and because everybody uses either glass or the little plastic ones, it'll work the same way.
No, I would love to see you start one like that one, Cliff. That's a good idea. I've never heard anybody doing it. Interesting choice.
It actually just popped into my head all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Hey, I've never heard of it, so cool. I'm sure somebody probably has tried it or something, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. But the electrical method is like a steel woolen battery, like I said, or some kind of method variation on that. But there's not too many variations. Excuse me. But when you're in a bug out bag situation, you can't carry 10,000 methods.
No, you got to limit yourself down to roughly 2 to 3 max.
I mean, I may have a ton of ferro rods, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to get a fire going with my ferro rods. I just have backups upon backups upon backups on the ferro rod situation. But I do have alternate methods of scraping them that don't require a knife or a normal surface for scratching the ferro rods in order to ignite them. Now, I do have 2 scrapers on my boots at all times. I have the scraper that comes with my one ferro rod that has the feathers on it. The 5 or 6 Moras that I carry. Why I have so many Moras is because I like Mora blades.
They're essentially bushcraft throwaway blades.
No, the throwaway blade is that little cheesy fish knife that I gave away. But now, other than that, I mean, the basic ones you can carry on you. Like I said, I carry 2 ferro rods in my pockets, 1 in each pocket, and my Fresnel lens in my back pocket, and everything else is my backpack. I have my, the 2 different kinds of matches, which is one survival, one strike anywhere. But technically, they're both technically strike anywhere. Just one is supposed to be water resistant or waterproof or something. Now, I heard somebody used to carry sparklers or welding rods for helping starting fires. I don't know if that works. If anybody in the chat knows that, if it does or not, let me know, because I'm kind of curious on that one. What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah, you're probably not going to get a fire started with a freaking welding rod.
No, if you break it up like you would like a sparkler.
You need a high electrical current in order to melt that. You're not going to get it started with a freaking ferro rod or the freaking Fresnel lens.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Now, like I said, I've heard the method of using soot and a sugar cube as a fire starter, not an actual ignition source, but as a fuel source.
Maybe. I would have to try it to see if it works.
Your oil method idea is really intriguing. I've never heard anybody using oil. I've heard about people using pee, spit, just straight up water, ice, and things like that, but not oil. And I don't see why it wouldn't work. So that's
I figure it would work pretty decently because.
Well, it's I say put it to the test. See if it works. It's also a video you could do just to say why not.
Yeah, it also have to have sunlight. It's been kind of.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking like right this minute or anything like that, but I mean, when the opportunity arises and you just happen to remember, which is, it happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, a fail is learning a method as well. So you don't know.
See, I'd have to wait. I'd have to do that like right at noon-ish, so like the sun's directly overhead.
Well, if you were closer
Okay.
to summer, it might make a big difference too, because you're
Oh yeah, 'cause
right.
it's a lot harder to start a fire in the wintertime depending on where you're at, unless you have direct sunlight.
Yeah, if you have a south facing window or something like that. Sorry, I'm a little tired.
You and me both.
I get to go get my knee looked at tomorrow, so I'm going to find out whether they're going to give me my surgery or not. So I'd like to get it done and get it over with.
Yeah, we were up pretty late last night.
How long did you guys talk?
Midnight.
Oh wow! I'm glad I went to bed when I did because I passed out right after I got done with you guys.
Then I was up at 5 o'clock this morning.
I was up at 5 o'clock this morning.
You woke up when I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I had to get ready for work.
No, I'm saying Jason went to bed or woke up when I went to sleep.
Oh, I woke up at the same time. That's my normal wake up time.
Yeah, I was busy watching a Netflix series that I actually quite enjoy, and I pretty much watched the whole series last night.
Which was?
An anime.
Oh, Jenny's been watching Fallout. I'm not sure what channel that's on, but she's been watching that. Huga, what's your favorite method of fire starting when you're in your bug out bag? Because I guess ferro rods is the number one overall, next to Bic lighters. So
Big lighters are the standard backup redundancy everybody uses.
I always carry two of those. I have, like I said, about maybe 10 or 11 of the ferro rods, one flint and steel. I used to have the fire piston, but I gave it to Ian when I got so freaking mad at it, I was getting ready to throw it out the window because the design is screwed. Give me a simple plunger, simple copper tube. I can get a fire started faster than that thing. Because this additional chamber at the bottom where you can open it up just leaves it open for gases to escape because it doesn't seal properly. But Jason figured that out already.
You be quiet.
There's no other methods I could say it. Did you? Because if anybody knows any additional methods, please let me know because I want to learn. Jason, any other methods that we haven't discussed? I mean, my book has several methods listed, but I mean, I've heard of some of them, but I've never done any of them.
Starting fluid.
Well, the same thing as what I'm using already, lighter fluid, whatever. But this one here mentions, let's see, where's my fire one that? Next page, I think. Okay, it talks about a fire plow. Yep. I think I saw them do that once with bamboo, I think, or a fire saw.
No, bamboo. You just get a piece of bamboo, cut it in half, and you run a piece of wood through the middle of it until you get until it gets hot enough to actually catch on fire.
It does mention flint and steel in here. And it actually shows the method for the magnifying glass. But it mentions the flint and steel right there. But it says the easiest of the primitive methods to use. What do you think? You've used them, Cliff.
I think that, well, depends on what, I mean, there's other ways around doing fire methods too. There's it's a weird method and usually only do it in emergencies, and you can only do it with the old school flashlights that have that cone shape in them, like the mag lights. If you have like an mag light, that little plastic cone that's in the bottom of it or the top of it, you can use that to start fire. Well,
it talks about the modern methods, like right here, which includes matches, convex lens, metal match, which is your forever match, battery, gunpowder, Then you got the flint and steel, fire plow, and bow drill. But it doesn't say anything about the chemical methods.
No, it's probably not going to. It also doesn't mention anything about the and like other than the fire plow and the bow drill, those are the only friction fires that actually mentions. There's more.
It actually has a picture of a fire plow
Mhm.
right there,
Yeah.
and the bow drill is on the other side. It does mention actually helpful hints on the back page. But I know they're hard to read. I apologize.
The hints don't help, but I mean, there's the hand drill method, there's the pump drill method, which is all friction fires, but they don't mention that in there.
There's another one. What is it called? The fire. I call it the fire yo-yo.
Yeah, fire drill.
No. It's got a spinning element to it that it goes up and down. The plunge.
Yes, that's the fire drill.
That's not with the bow.
No,
No
it's not
bow.
the bow drill method. It's called a pump drill.
A pump drill. Okay. I think I'm not sure who made one of those. I think it was Joe Tennant made one of those. I think Tennant or something from one of the people from there.
But the
On
thing
the
is,
show,
you have to have enough counterweight on the bottom to actually keep it down, so when you lift up, it doesn't come off the whatever you're doing.
right.
So,
And
trying to find a fairly balanced round rock is really hard to do when you're out in the middle of the mountains.
I'm not sure which of the survivalists used it, but one used it was basically a log, a small log that they just drilled a center of it, and it bounced out that way. It
Yeah,
wasn't
you can do
round.
it with a log disc, but you have to have a fairly dense log to do it.
Yeah. They said it was hard to make the hole, but it wasn't a round circle. It was just a log going out to the side that spun, but it was balanced enough. It had enough weight to do what they needed it to do.
Yeah, pump drill.
Yeah.
You still have to have a spindle counterweight at the bottom, and you have your cross beam, which is going to be attached to your two ropes, which will be tied or tethered to your center beam. You just give it a little twist, and then you just do this, and as you're going down, that thing will wrap, bring it up, you pump down, it spins, and it's basically a counterweight that just the essential thing for the design on that is a perpetual motion machine.
Yeah, I think they did it in season 5, episode 8.
I did it here with a 2x4 and some other stuff, and worked.
I've seen somebody make one out of a bicycle wheel.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm a little sad that there's not a people talking in the chat. I apologize if they're not, if it's anything I'm doing. But, yeah. Man, I thought this topic would be a little bit more on fire. It's not as much as the bug out bags and other stuff that we were discussing on Tuesday.
This topic has burned itself out. It's down to the last
talking
number.
about them then instead of doing them.
Well, actually, I got something to show you, Cliff. I don't think I've showed you this. Maybe I did. Did I show you this?
Yeah, the sterno stoves.
This one is the one for. This is for Scott. Those.
Yeah,
And this is actually heavier than the one I already carry. This thing's freaking heavy. It weighs as much as that Woven's grill grate that I've got. But I did find out something really interesting, though. When I take off the top part of my wood gas stove, the legs on that little grill grate make it just tall enough to go over the top of the wood gas stove. So it's a lot more stable. Though it does make it harder for adding sticks.
Yeah, I do also have this thing.
That's the one I was showing you. Is that a Colan or
this
which one?
isn't the Coughlin's brand, though.
Well, there's several methods. There's several.
This is an actual Doan. This is a Doan bar. This thing is older than. This thing is older than your son. That's
No,
how long I've had that thing.
I would say friction fires are your most calorie-consuming methods out there of starting fires. But generally, if you think about it, the flint and steel is a friction fire. Ferro rod, friction fire. Base, if you break it down to the bare bones basics. The only ones you would not be would probably be the solar methods or the chemical methods or the electrical methods.
Hey,
Or-
Jax, how's it going?
Well,
He
it's
likes
kind of
to
hard to start a fire with just your pew-pew and a knife.
He likes his fish raw.
Apparently so. He likes sushi. Now,
I think he likes his fish.
Bic
without
lighters.
fear.
Well, sorry, Bic lighters are technically friction fires too.
The start method of starting it is a friction fire, but the fire itself is a gas.
I know, but it's still a friction starting fire. I mean, this one
But
here has
using
got solar. It's a solar.
Using
method.
your lighters, though, the problem with using your lighters, if you're going to waste most of your fluid trying to get anything lit.
Yeah, and try not to burn yourself when, especially when you're using a tiny lighter like I have.
Well, that's why you have to have the tinder ready.
Yep. Setting up your tinder bundle is like probably the 99% of the fire. Without the proper, you also got to watch out for temperature, humidity, or rain, depending if it's raining or not. And
There we go.
yeah, those are two things. Temperature, too. So which one are you? Which slider is that one, Cliff?
My Ronco torch lighter
Yeah.
that I always keep on me.
Now, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the bow drill fire because I mean, I will defend myself against the chemical uses of that one because calorie burdens of that one because it would burn through so many calories in my case because I don't like that method at all. That's why I always liked the flint and steel because it's a lot easier for me. But it doesn't make it any better than the other one. No, it's just that it's just easier for me. And Cliff's got his favorite methods, and Jason's got his methods.
I wouldn't say I
Whatever
have a favorite method. I can get a fire going with most of them except for the freaking magnifying glass. That's the hardest one for me.
Though, I mean, we weren't really trying to start fires. We were having fun burning the stuff with those Fresno lenses. We weren't actually trying to make a fire.
No, we were just randomly melting and exploding things.
Yeah, which was still a lot of fun. That is the little boys and us just having fun with a magnifying glass. But that's, it doesn't make it wrong, doesn't make it right. It just, but whatever works for you and given the situation. Because, I mean, if you're on a get-home situation and you need to get a fire going to either boil water or keep yourself warm, depending on the time of year and your location, obviously, you're going to use whatever method works best for you at that moment.
Doug, that's why you got to stick them in Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
The little things here, you can get longer ones. These are the short ones, but yeah, you get these little baggies and you stick your lighter in there. Keeps the humidity off of them.
Cliff, already got one. See?
Yep.
But that's my backup. I've got my regular one I carry with me, but I carry it in my pocket.
I was using the Exotac fire sleeve.
Flints should always work. Unless you're talking about the little mini ferro rods inside lighters, most lighters.
I mean, you technically could start something, but you're going to have a really, really fine something to catch it on because that's not a very large spark.
No, I would think that your char cloth would be susceptible to humidity as well. So you make sure you keep your char cloth dry as well, too. So it won't, because if it's damp in any way, shape, or form, it won't do anything except catch a spark and stop. Now, I've heard people make big tins of char cloth, big tins, like cookie tin cookie cases things.
Yeah.
And they use 100% cotton washcloths or terry cloth washcloths and making one big tin of them.
Yeah, no, I'm not too fan. I'm not too big of a fan of the cotton ones because it's too thin of a material.
But they're
Burns
making
too
char
fast,
cloth.
it doesn't burn hot enough. If you're gonna do it, do either canvas squares or denim.
Yeah. Canvas is the ones actually the canvas that I got from the fire piston was really heavy duty canvas, and it worked really well for making the char cloth. And I do carry fat wood. I've got enough fat wood, thanks to Cliff, to last me a lifetime, as long as I use it sparingly.
I still have like 4 boards of that. So I still have like two or three 2x12 by 2 foot boards somewhere in there. I still got a ton of fat wood.
Now, birch bark is supposed to work really well. I know where to get some in Des Moines, but not everybody has birch bark available.
I don't, but I have some.
Yeah, I know, because Mallory sent you all that stuff that one time.
It's still sitting outside in the box.
I want to know how she got it across customs.
Customs weren't that it's dried up plant. They're not gonna from Canada to US. They're not gonna check stuff.
Right. Now, how much fat wood do you normally carry, though, Rob? I carry the bag that Cliff gave me, plus the 2 sticks that I just showed you, which I picked up myself from another source.
I need to
Just
get
have
some.
random bits of stuff everywhere here and there on me.
Now, I have not went out and found fat wood. I know Dan has from Herbert T. Outdoors, but no one really talks about going out and actually getting fat wood.
You got to know where to source it. That's the problem.
I mean, I know where the base tree is pine.
Yeah, just find a dead pine. You'll find it.
Now, would a dead birch bark tree carry it? Because birch
No,
oil
birch
is
won't
very
carry the pine tar. That's exclusively for specific evergreen trees.
deciduous trees, or whatever they
Yeah,
call it.
evergreens. The birch has it's more of an oil for that tree itself, and that's why that stuff burns the way it burns.
Because I know you can heat up the bark of a birch, and it will produce an oil, which you can use to cook with, or turn on oil lamps and stuff.
Yeah, that's why it's oil based. It's an oil versus like a sticky glue.
It's not me. I'm the one yawning. I'm sorry. I'm just tired.
I've got my pine tree out here because they keep getting beetles in it or whatever. It's leaking pine sap everywhere. I can get just a glob of it, like a huge glob of it. Melt it down and actually have pine pitch.
How much is? I mean, I understand about carrying unprocessed fat wood, Rob, but I mean, how much? I mean, I don't carry a ton, but I carry about a bundle about that big in my backpack.
Just need a stick about that big, 1.5 inches in diameter.
I got. Look at these. These are 2 separate ones. They're not very huge. They're like little, maybe 1 inch across on this one, and about 1/2 inch on this one. But they're about 1/2 inch thick on both of them. Pound chunk. Okay, I've got probably about 1/2 pound, if that. But I mean, I use it sparingly because I don't need it all the time. Because I do have, like I said, I have a bunch of magnesium, both in that form and the bar that I have in my pocket.
Should have had some capsules too.
Used.
Don't forget good old-fashioned dryer lint, too.
Dryer lint works really well. Yeah,
Burns too quick though.
it does.
Good BTUs.
If you use it in conjunction with beeswax, it does last a little longer.
Beeswax, any sort of oil or pine pitch will actually, if you can get some pine tar.
I don't know about pine tar
on
because
there?
that stuff, you put anything in that one, it makes it rock hard. So I don't know if that would work or not.
It'd give you a little bit more of a boost because you got
Pine needles.
something that catches easy, and then you got longevity from the pine tar itself.
Okay.
Yeah, get dried grass, get dried pine needles.
Pine
Well,
needles.
pine
smoke-
needles, I would probably say for making tea.
Not once they're dried
No,
up.
the dry ones on the ground. No, you pick up a whole bunch of dry ones. You make your bird's nest, and you put the pine needles in there, and you drop your tinder bundle in that.
Okay. Now, how well does that take a spark?
Real quick.
I don't know. I mean, I've never used straight pine needles. Now,
Well, no,
you
you
get
use
part-
pine needles to build like part of the nest, because even the dry pine needles have the resin in it as well.
Oh, I can understand that. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. You guys got. You're in charge.
We've got the comms.
All you need is some dried pine needles and the pine cone, and
Oh my God, I did that at my uncle's cabin one year. We were up there and I was collecting all the pine cones around camp. I probably collected about 100 pine cones. I just dumped them all in there. Boy, you want to talk about an instant fire.
oh yeah, lots of BTUs.
Oh yeah, that stuff goes up wicked fast. But then again, that's also why pine trees go up so quick, even when they're wet.
Oh yeah. Well, same thing with tumbleweeds. The Russian thistle.
Oh, man, tumbleweeds down here. I got tumbleweeds down here 6 feet wide.
Oh yeah. They burn quick.
Yeah, they burn quick because it's all airspace and a couple of dead branches.
No, the fluid in them is flammable. That's why it's called America's Burning Bush.
I thought they were talking about crabs.
That's a personal problem. I make medicine for that.
Yeah, it's called a bath.
Dog shampoo. Hello, Mandy.
Hello, Mindy.
Manda! Demanda. I demanda.
You didn't say it right.
Oh man.
I demand her to get
Oh
up here.
man, duh. You're more than welcome to come up. Now we're talking about fire starting methods. One of the things that I've noticed is that in most fire kits, while they mention a Bic lighter, they'll always put in one of those. They put in the magnesium bars like you showed off, Cliff, or they'll put in a ferro rod, but they don't explain that you have to make a tinder bundle or explain any of the details of actually building a fire. Like the
Hey,
methods of,
You have
Go
to
ahead.
pre-build your fire.
say it again.
You have to pre-build your fire.
Well, I mean, like I was mentioning some of the methods they mentioned in my survival manual, they mentioned the lean-to method, the pyramid method, the pit method, which I've not ever seen before, and the just your regular, tinder nest. But I've even seen the long fire version, and there's that one that's self-feeding fire one.
Yeah, those ones are kind of weird because you have to have the right kind of branches. If you don't, your bottom half burns off and then all your top wood falls off.
And there's the what was the other one? Your Swedish fire log.
Yeah.
But you guys did. Now, did you guys just use your hand drill for that, right?
Nope, I use electric drill. I cheated.
Okay, doesn't matter. Same thing, but same principle.
Yeah, it just took forever to get that wet wood to light.
Well, I'm sorry it wasn't 100% dry. I thought it was. Because
Yeah, that took us, what, like 30 minutes to get that thing going?
Oh, I know.
was it really wet in the inside?
Oh, that sucker was damp. Like even the wood chips were like moist.
That's weird because that stuff's been sitting out for over a year.
Well, it still picks up
Log
the
that
heavy
big, you
moisture.
need a minimum 2 to 3 years to dry them out if they're in one
I mean, the
piece.
thing is, it was there when I moved in, and it's been a year. So, At least
Yeah,
a
that's
year.
also outside in the elements where it gets rained on, snowed on, whatever.
Right.
It's not completely covered, so it's gonna absorb moisture.
Okay, Cage, what the heck is a hobo candle?
Hobo candle. It's essentially lighter fluid, toilet paper, and a tin can.
I've heard about a tuna can in oil, and a same method but using
Cardboard.
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 You can make a almost what's considered like an infinity candle. Candle doing the same thing. You get a tuna can. You cut your piece of cardboard, not vertically, lengthwise, so you have all the ribs. You roll it up nice and tight. Heat some wax. Pour the wax in the holes. And then you wait, and you pour. You just fill it all the way to the top, and then you just light it on fire. You put like little pegs in there. Like you can do toothpicks. Stick toothpicks in there, just clip off the top so they just barely stick out, and you just light them on fire, and you have basically a poor man's candle.
I've seen people use popsicle sticks,
Yep, popsicle sticks will work.
and I've also heard somebody actually use the old school Q-tips that were all paper as well.
Marcus,
He's a little mad.
still
they
mad?
use, Wick and Crisco cooking oil.
I've heard about somebody doing that, and I heard that one lasted for a very long time.
72-hour candle.
Yeah. Now that would be great for. I've heard people try to cook off those.
Oh,
Does
you
that
can.
work?
They get hot.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the bigger ones that have the 3 wicks. Would that be a better one to cook off of?
Oh yeah.
But they're also really freaking huge. So that's the only thing I was a little wondering about that. But that's more of a cooking method than a fire starting method. But in this conjunction, I think that would be associated with it, since that's what you'd use it for in the first place. Heat, light, and security. So, did you see the picture she's talking about, Cliff?
Yes.
Me too.
Her in the tractor with all of her PPE and her earmuffs and
Respirator.
She looks like a Star Wars character. She's riding her tauntaun. Did they film part of the movie down there?
Not that I
It was
know of.
Mad Max.
I wasn't sure. But if you want to go transition over to cooking methods, then that's a whole different ballgame. But then Cliff has his favorite methods. I know Jason has his favorite method. Jarrett likes using wood pellets for his wood pellet stove. I have used wood pellets in my wood gas stove. It does work. Just saying.
I mean, they'll work for a lot of things. I did. What's really funny is if you can get a bag of that and you soak it in water for about 24 to 48 hours, and then you can do it in buckets. You do it by about 3 to 5 gallon buckets worth each time, and you soak it, and then you just mix it in with soil.
You know what I use instead of the wood pellets that you use for the wood pellet stove? I used wood kitty litter.
Yeah, it works the same way.
It worked the same way. And
Essentially,
by the way,
fine.
Mac is here.
I know he was mewing earlier. Called
No.
and said, Marcus.
I have a blanket over my lap because my legs are cold, and he's under the blanket next to my legs. Are you okay, dude? Hey.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. But no, I mean, I've used my wood gas stove, I've used my alcohol stoves, I've used my butane stoves, I've used my propane stoves, and I've used charcoal, and I use firewood. But I do not like electrical fire, like electrical stoves, that kind of thing. Never could control the heat on those things, so I don't like them at all. I've actually used I'm not sure what it was. It was a propane bottle flame.
Butane Butane torch, blowtorch,
blowtorch to cook with.
butane torch.
I didn't have a stove, and my stove wasn't working because something was screwy with it. But I ended up maybe using a blowtorch to cook with.
Yeah, you can.
You got to keep it moving, though. That's the only thing. You got to keep it moving. Otherwise, you're going to burn whatever you got.
It's also going to taste funny.
Well, not that. It's just the fact is that I was trying to boil water for stuff, and you need hot water. You don't want to burn through your container.
No, you don't. You can't cook eggs over a fire in a paper bag.
Well, I mean, one of the things I was using is I was using cast iron, which helps, but you don't want to put all the heat in one spot. Macus, what are you doing? Your nose is freaking cold, dude. Come here. There's somebody who wants to say hi to you.
Smackus, attackers, and mackers, and crackers, whackers. Smackus, smackus. Yeah, you see me, don't you, you stinker? Mackus,
He's your favorite cat, isn't he?
Mackus, Mackus, attackers. Whackers, and crackers.
You have your own fan cat. You know that? And,
Scooter.
and he's a fox.
Scooter, 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 Scooter.
He's looking.
He's like, who's calling me? that name
That's
doesn't
like,
sound familiar.
who are you talking to?
Scooter. Scooty, Ooty, Ooter.
Now, Rob, what's your favorite cooking method? I mean, I do have the butane stove that I got from Johnny, but that thing is awkward at best. With the
Pardon me.
size. Same thing for the butane stove. I have not tried my dual fuel stove yet because I want to try it out with actual gasoline.
We're slowing down, honey.
See how it works.
We're slowing down.
Booty, booty, booty.
Scooter, Scooter, Scooter.
I didn't realize it was a booty call.
Booster, Booster, Booster. Boopster.
There we go. We're back.
It's Boopster. I still like this one, to be honest. I mean, this is probably the most awkward thing to carry, stove-wise.
I mean, what is
still
it?
Huh?
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a butane stove. It's a butane stove.
I've never seen that one though.
It's like $20 at Walmart.
I mean, what's it called?
I don't know what the hell the name of it is. It's just a butane stove. They sell them at Walmart. They're like $20. Oh, it's the Primus butane stove.
Yeah, I got the Coleman one.
Yeah, I've got a few of those. I got 2 pocket rockets. I just don't know where they're at. Or the
I'm not seeing that particular one anywhere, Cliff. Here, let me make you big, Cliff. Let me see that big one a little better. Let me see.
Really? Amazon sells it? Backcountry sells it? It's just a Primus gas stove.
Yeah, I can understand about if depending on what you're cooking with, if you were using like backpacking meals cage or something like that, for coffee, for cleaning, for some foods. Now, does it have a name on it? What's the bottom look like?
Yeah, it's a Primus gas stove.
Turn it over. Let me see the bottom.
That's the bottom. There's nothing on it.
Okay, that's where it connects to the fuel source, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the,
Does it take the little cans, or does it take the actual propane bottles?
takes the big old fuel canister.
Okay. Oh, the big round ones?
Yeah.
I hate those things. I know a lot of people swear by them, but
It takes these.
yeah, I don't like those.
Butane stoves. That's what I cooked my grilled cheese on the first time.
Well, I know, but the one I actually want to work with is the it's the Optimus R8R Swedish stove gas stove.
Why would I pay $40 for a pre-owned version of this when I can get it brand new for $20?
Let's see if I can find that one shopping somewhere.
Scooter. Yeah.
Scooter, do it.
Yeah, here's the Optimus one that I've been wanting to get a hold of. This is the Soviet version. It's the same style, but it's the Soviet version.
So Optimus Crux. Oh yeah, I just found that for 100. I just ran across that for 159 on eBay. Where did it go?
I'm on eBay, but that's just
Soviet
a
gasoline camp stove. Prime is PT1 something 157, and it comes with everything.
Now, yeah, there's an actual Optimus one is right here. It looks like it's missing some pieces, but made in Sweden. That was the original backpacking stove back in the day.
Yeah, Peak's not too bad for the field things. I do like. The only thing I do like is that this thing actually does come in two pieces, so you're not having this big old thing sticking out. And
Are you talking like one of these?
Yeah, similar.
Well, at least you add your own fuel, but is it a dual fuel or is that just straight Colan fuel or whatever?
No, just drop the gas canisters.
No, this one here is
I
different.
don't have that one.
This one here, you add your own fuel. Right there, it's liquid fuel. Not necessarily, this one's a dual fuel. So it's a smaller version of what I already got, the big one I got. But I'm not sure how heavy that would be. But I like the Optimus better because I think it looks cool. But you do have to prime it though.
Okay, fuel port's
Also,
clear.
the Optimus one, it's a little closed canister, about maybe 5 by 5, maybe, and about 4 inches in depth, high. Cube, like a minor cube thing, sort of like a giant-sized Starburst kind of situation, but you do have to preheat the burner before it would actually light. It's not so much unlike the the transient knockoffs that I already have. In order for the burners to start doing it, has to warm itself up.
Yeah, like the damn it, my Whisper Light.
You have to preheat it, right?
Yep.
Now, how much does that weigh?
My Whisper Light?
Yeah.
A lot. It's not a light one, man. I about gassed myself. I forgot the thing was on.
I like the fact that it's called a Whisper Light, and it's not.
I know. Well, it's because it's for the style and type of gas stove that was. It was extremely quiet, even though the thing sounded like a jet.
Oh, those things. I mean, I hate those things. That's what I always consider a jet boil, because if that freak is loud, I don't want to deal with it. I don't like the noise.
Preheat.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm shutting off my overhead fan because it's going like 90 miles an hour and it's a little chilly out. Now, like I said, I like my alcohol stoves because they're lightweight for the most part, and I can use them in conjunction with other stoves that I already have. I do have wood gas stoves. I do have regular wood burning stoves, but basically I have 3 methods, or 2 methods of cooking: wood or gas or alcohol. So that's true. Now, I do know that alcohol stoves work better than butane stoves.
In extreme cold, yes.
Yeah, so so that's why I tend to prefer that one, because I actually have used a Trangia to heat up my minivan once when I was had to live in that. Was it a smart thing to do inside a minivan? No. but to keep myself warm, yes. Hey, Blake, how you doing? Now, I have seen the stove that looks like it's an oil burner or something like that has the copper tube. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen that one. I don't know where Jason disappeared to. I know he was here.
Right here.
Now, have you seen that one, Jason?
Which one?
It's a bottle that has a copper tube that's curly cues around and back into itself.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
But I can't remember what it was called. But it was a stove, though. I'm not familiar. I mean, I see it in my head, but I can't remember what it was called. If anybody knows what it is, please let me know. Unless Cliff's pulling one out of his bag somewhere.
What?
Okay, it's an alcohol stove or something like that has a copper tube. And it comes up and it just curls around upon itself and back down in.
Yeah, that's not exactly a professional. Those are the ones that it's basically a weird version of like a penny stove or like a gas heater stove. I know exactly which one you're talking about. But this is the first time I've actually pulled this thing out of the bag. It still has all the stickers and everything on it.
It's an alcohol burner though. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
And they have a version of it, a 150 milliliter high efficiency copper coil self-pressurizing camping alcohol burner.
Ha! This one does come with the foil stand for the bottom.
Let me see.
Comes with the base plate.
Okay.
Which was weird because the original one that I had, the base plate had a hole in the center, and you unfolded it, and it set. You had to put it on first, so you had to get the base plate on, and then you had to unfold the legs.
Oh, really?
Weird. This was a weirder design than the original one I had. But yeah, essentially, here is your heating coil. Your line comes in here.
Right.
Comes up this way, comes out the top. And this little petri dish at the bottom is what you put your pre-fuel in, light that, and that heats it slowly enough to where it gasifies the liquid coming out of the tube. And then once you get it lit, that's what this part is. The top coil on the top here actually heats that up and lets it basically gases it.
Volatilizes.
Yeah.
That's what the Optimus AR does, the same thing. But it uses straight alcohol. But it doesn't require a separate fuel canister because it's part of the whole thing. And it is pressurized because you have to actually pump it up like you do with a Coleman. The old school Coleman, not the propane Coleman. Like the dual fuel one.
Yep.
Now, who is that comment directed to, Blake? Hopefully not me. Probably Cliff or somebody else.
I'm not a turd butt petter. You're petting turd butts.
No, I'm not.
I want to be up before you leave tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
I love this thing.
Oh,
The local
he was talking to Mandy.
their trailer. 20 ribeyes.
Okay. Now, Blake, since we got you here,
Alrighty.
what's your preferred fire starting method and what do you carry to cook with? I'm just curious. I have like 3 different methods. Maybe 4 now. Cliff, that just sounds so wrong.
I know that's the sound it makes. This one's weird. This one's a single piece, unlike my other one, which is a 2-piece when you pulled out the center coil.
Now, like I said, I mean, the only method I haven't been able to be successful on in a while because my best method was stolen from me was the fire piston. but I think that's a compression problem, which means maybe need bigger seals. I have no idea. Yeah, Bics are great to a point, and yes, you can to a point try to start fire with the sparker, but that's not necessarily the case because the flints in those are generally small. Right, guys?
Yes. You
Yep.
can do it, but it's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they put the flints there. They're like that freaking big inside each lighter, and unless you have the replacement kit, which Ian has a couple of those.
Yeah, I've got a few for myself randomly.
He actually uses them for repairing Zippo lighters.
Nope, I don't have it on me. The I actually have one in my truck, which is weird. It actually comes. It goes to. Do I have it on me? Oh, you know what's on my truck case? On this thing. Nope. Where did that go?
Ian actually goes through and finds dead Ziplos that are out of fuel and just steals the flints out of them. Because he uses them in his.
I'm trying to find the thing that I actually have the spare flints for. I'm all looking for my carabiner. It's attached to my water bottle.
And where's your water bottle?
Right next to my computer.
Okay.
This thing
A lot like the one I have.
has a flint wheel at the bottom.
Mine doesn't have a flint wheel, though.
And I've got the flints are actually in my truck somewhere.
Now, I wanted to try that method. I'm not sure if it'll work, but
Damn. There's a huge ass windscreen.
now I am going to break off a piece of this.
Kit Kat bar?
No. My steel wool. I figured a small piece would do work just as good as a big piece, right?
Yeah.
Here's the piece I'm going to try it with, Cliff.
There you go.
And I'm using a metal plate. I'm not sure how well I can get this to be seen when I do this. So there's the steel wool. Oh, there it goes.
And it's gone.
Nope, it's still there, but it is going. I'm trying to get to where it's to be seen there.
Oh, man, yeah, Bez.
You have to have your tinder ready to go.
I know, but I'm just getting just to show the sparks with the. Now, the fact is that this battery is really dead, too, folks. And this is essentially shorting it out.
I actually need to do a actual burn on this thing at some point.
Yeah, I think the battery's dead. Yeah, it's dead. But it did produce some sparks, folks. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's not going to do anything now. But at least I know it does work, even on a dead battery. But you got to have, like Jason said, you have to have your tinder bundle ready to go.
No, you start that in your Tinder bundle.
Right. You got to have everything ready to go before you even start. Now, I do have some coconut husk here that I could have used, but I'm not going to do that in the house. This one here is just a method just because I've never really done that until just now. I've only talked about it. So the lighter and steel wool method will work, but especially with an almost dead battery, but you got to be dead on with your everything right on the button before you even try it. Because it won't. You can only get maybe one, maybe two tries.
That's what that looks like. Set up, assembled.
I was thinking about getting a pressurized bottle version of that for alcohol and see if that works.
Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of versions out like this, but I just happen to like this one because one of those fuel canisters will burn for like 7 hours.
Well, I mean, I've got my fuel canister, which I carry for just carrying my alcohol. I was wanting to get one a pressurized version for that, so I can use that. It's still an alcohol stove. It's just not have it's refillable and reusable instead of using going through canisters that you have to carry around with you even if they're empty.
Yeah, see, that's why a lot of what the people do with those canisters is, yes, they got to unfortunately drag them around as they're going, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But if you're doing things like the AT, what you do is you just you have collection points where you just kind of go and get your stuff for like a post office on the way, and you just drop off your trash there, or you just mail out the box with your used canisters to your house or whatnot, so you can do them for recycling.
Right. Well, that's what I liked about the alcohol stoves. I can pick it up that stuff anywhere, whether it be canned heat or denatured alcohol or whatever, or even the isopropyl alcohol like I have here. So that's an option as well. Now, would that work in a pressurized system such as a Optimus 8R or
Here it comes.
what was that?
I was talking to Molly.
Oh, okay. Or even a pressurized system like Cliff's got, but made for alcohol. I don't know. If someone has done that and is in the chat or knows somebody, please let me know or post the link, whatever.
I'm sure Luke has done it.
Maybe, I don't know. I have not seen him do a lot of stove reviews.
He does a bunch of just not recently.
I mean, I've been seeing content reviews, a lot of coffee reviews.
Oh, he always does coffee reviews.
He loves his coffee. Him and his wife love doing the coffee stuff. And they haven't done their mailbox stuff. Wasn't the box stuff.
Yeah, he said he was going to stop doing that.
Why is that?
Because he gets...
I didn't understand a word you just said.
Because he gets a lot of packages all the time, and it's just hard to go out and do all that because he'd be doing one every other day.
Oh, that makes sense. I will be ending this live at 9:30 because I do have to go to my doctor's appointment tomorrow about my knee.
Alrighty.
I will keep everybody informed about that because hopefully they'll let me know when my surgery is.
Oh, that's good.
I'm hoping. So that way they just say, you're getting your knee fixed. Well, you're setting you up for surgery and all that fun stuff. I did pick up one thing from my workplace today that I'm going to be probably using for the Watch Your County flea market.
Okay.
I picked up a wagon, a collapsible wagon, where I can carry my stuff in because I can't carry it. I figured I could pull it. I'm sorry I won't be able to pack around my pack like I want to, but I can't lift that much. So I got to make do with what I got. I can pull a lot more than I can.
In the wagon.
No, I'm not going to be in the wagon. I'm not going to fall off the wagon either.
You could if you stood on it.
I don't want to do that because my knee's already bad.
That's why you would fall off.
It's one of those collapsible garden wagons. It's even got a little tray with cup holders and everything.
Service.
I paid only $12 for it. The ones you get from Walmart, so big enough for a person to ride in, but I wouldn't. And $12 is cheap for something like that. We're going to end up using it as a garden wagon anyway.
Yeah, I spent more than that yesterday for weed eater line.
For what?
Weed eater line.
Oh, I need to pick up some for my weed eater.
$14.
Because Jenny's going to help me this weekend. This Sunday, we're going to be working on the yard. I'm allowed to use the weed whacker because it's electric, battery powered. It doesn't weigh very much, but I can use it.
I know. I need to get a gas one.
I want a gas powered one, but I haven't been able to find one. Walmart's going all over to electric for some stupid reason.
Everybody's going to electric.
It's dumb.
And you can try to thank that stupid retard Greta Thunberg who got her ass arrested because she's an idiot. Stupid climate activist.
I have no idea who she is.
It's fine if you're on a quarter acre. You're fine. But try and do that when you're like a quarter mile from power.
Exactly. I mean, that makes no sense. I mean, anything that needs to be plugged in or have a battery pack does not make sense to me.
Yeah,
Why are you surrounding my wagon?
Fine.
I am going to be doing my normal bug out bag stuff, but I'm going to put everything in my wagon before I can haul it due to my medical restrictions. So, while it will meet the qualifications of a bug out bag, I just won't be able to wear it because of my restrictions.
I found my blanket pin again.
Say what?
I found my blanket pin.
I have so many of those.
I know. I always find it, and then I lose it, and then I find it again, and then I lose it.
I've got my regular one. I've got my actual pin, and I got my wool blanket.
I'm actually getting good at this thing now that I know how to use it.
I would like to see a blanket pin that had a surface for you could use it for a flint and steel setup.
I have one.
Yeah, I got my pocket sharpener.
I have
No, not your pocket sharpener, but an actual blanket pin setup.
Yeah, no, I got pocket sharpener. Carbide bit. That'll really spark up stuff.
Well, the thing is, the ones I have is made of copper instead of steel because they said it looked better. But I do have an actual oversized blanket pin.
Yeah, I technically have one. I think it comes in the Four Directions Bushcraft Fire Tin. Except for apparently Four Directions Bushcraft is no longer running, so you can't get any more stuff from them.
What happened?
I don't know.
Lori, a simple alcohol stove or a penny stove would work for you to cook with, which you can use denatured alcohol or you could use isopropyl alcohol. Though the higher the percentage, the better off you are, like 92 or above.
You just gotta be with somebody that knows how to start a fire in any condition.
Well, she's counting on a fireplace fire, but she doesn't own that house anymore.
On snow, maybe, not on dirt.
Yeah, not on grass or dirt. No, definitely not gravel.
No, you'd eat the bottom of that thing. You'd eat the bottom of it if you have weight in it on sand too. It'll be easier to pull on sand, but you're gonna eat a hole in the bottom of it pretty quick.
Yeah, yours is an inch bag, Lori. That's what an inch bag means. I'm never coming home bag. But my bag right now, the one I everyday carry, is 24.7 pounds. Now, is that everything I need in it? No. That's just my get home bag.
That's bare essentials. You can do a bare essentials bag for at least 48-hour survival in about a 10-pound range.
Well, I have a 5x7 tarp for cover, and I have water in 2 separate containers, and I have a water filter. I have 3 cook stoves, 4 if you're going to count the grill grate that I just got. And I have my silverware and other stuff. Only thing I don't have in there is food. I have coffee. I have drink mixes, but that's it. But the thing is, if I'm trying to get home, I'm trying to get home as quickly as I can. And I may not need, I've got enough body fat that I can get by without eating for a couple of days. But 40 pounds is a pretty hefty pack. Not for your average backpacker, mind you, but still, that's quite a bit of weight. What do you think, Cliff?
That depends on whether or not you're a gram weenie or what, because you get your gram weenies, and 40 pounds is way too damn heavy.
But if I was going to do it that way, I would go with my version of backpacker meals. Not necessarily things like Backpacker's Pantry or Mountain House or anything like that, but you can get alternatives that do the same thing for the cheaper.
Yeah, a couple packs of tuna and some.
Yeah, the actual foil packs of tuna, not the cans. Get your that cheese that that I was telling you about, Cliff, that we can get it from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, it comes in little the bags.
12 packets of cheese, which you can get that with a little 1 pound bag of macaroni noodles, and you can make yourself mac and cheese just like that. Now, mix that in with a little bit of tuna, you got tuna casserole, basically.
Tuna mac.
Well, the only thing I would add on top of that was maybe some potato chips, just for the little crunch. But that's me.
If you're going to do that, then you'd be better off going with a big old bag of oyster crackers, but ain't nobody going to walk around in the bush with a freaking 2-pound bag of oyster crackers.
I was thinking about a little cheapy little mini bag of Lay's potato chips is what I was thinking about.
Throw some
Nothing
goldfish
fancy.
in it.
Huh?
Throw some goldfish in.
I don't like goldfish.
Ooh, that sucks. I would eat corn
They're
nuts
better
then?
with cheese.
I don't eat corn nuts. They're too salty. What was that?
I said that the goldfish is better with cheese.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're making a tuna casserole type situation, nah. My mom used to make it with potato chips.
No, we used peas and carrots and Ritz.
She did have the peas, but I don't want to have to carry peas.
You
But,
carry pee everywhere you go.
Ha ha.
Yeah, we
Don't you pee a lot there, Cliffy?
I've been peeing everywhere in my garden, thank you.
And your house?
I don't pee all over my house. I just keep peeing in my mom's hand, which is funny.
I've tried potted meat. It's an acquired taste on the potted meat.
So, spam? That's technically potted meat.
No. I mean, I've had spam, straight up spam, but
Spam
potted
gross.
meat always tasted off to me.
I can't eat spam by itself. It has to be with something.
We used to fry it.
Yeah.
I can't eat spam. That stuff is nasty.
No, I like the canned corned beef.
Ugh.
Oh, that is the most awesome sandwich there is.
Which is?
Canned corned beef. Also makes good burritos.
Yeah, Ian loves corned beef. Jenny loves corned beef. It's okay for me.
Ugh. Not a fan of corned beef.
I like that over the spam. meat.
I'm with you there.
Starve.
Now, I mean, I do eat some stuff that you probably wouldn't eat. Like, you know what liver cheese is?
Gross.
Bronxschweider.
Gross.
Same thing. All the same thing.
I like getting that tube of liverwurst and some Ritz crackers and a little bit of cheese. I'm good.
Liverwurst is not bad, but I used to make sandwiches out of it.
Yeah, just
But,
a little bag and just squeeze it out.
Corned beef brisket, it can be good if you like it that way. Jenny loves corned beef and cabbage, but she can't have the cabbage now, so because of her diverticulitis and stuff that she's got.
Corned beef and lettuce.
No lettuce at all.
Corned beef and spinach.
No leafy greens.
No, she can eat some spinach, as long as it's cooked really well. That's it.
Cooked spinach is gross.
I like raw spinach,
Slimy.
uncooked raw spinach, raw cabbage. I can eat that, but I will not do spinach or sauerkraut, especially not
Lori,
sauerkraut.
all bread does.
Now on this trail, I would try to use see someone try to cook up beans, not in the canned beans, but the actual dry beans. Not realizing you have to soak them for a long time before they can even be eaten.
Yep. Because otherwise you'll be sitting there cooking them all day long.
Exactly. So beans are never going to be a part of my routine because I don't want to waste that much fuel or
In a
time.
long-term situation, I would say yes.
If you have one person primarily doing the cooking for everybody, and they're not planning on moving around, then sure. But if you're on the trail moving, You won't have time for any of that.
You're better off with things like rice, anything that you can cook in under 20 minutes.
Quick oats.
You don't even have to do quick oats. You get a Ziploc bag, fill it with water, and throw oats in there, and you have overnight oats, and you just warm them up in the morning.
My MRE food bags.
Those two.
Yeah, those work when you can afford them. Sorry,
One
folks.
here, one there, one here.
5 more minutes.
Yeah, I'm holding on. I got 4 more minutes, but thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I want to thank you all for coming. And sorry the topic kind of wavered there for a little bit, especially after my bandwidth got sucked down. But I wasn't planning on that happening. Hopefully, I could try to come up with the next topic for next time. But Cliff's is on Saturday. I'm not sure what he's playing. Probably doing some more gardening talk about his latest updates on his garden.
What's that
Or
time of
any
year?
of the latest new gadgets he happened to get in the mail.
I haven't gotten anything in the mail except since the beginning of the month.
But you still got 2 more days. Anything's possible.
Nah, I was shocked when I got the flashlight because I wasn't expecting anything.
That is a nice flashlight. I've been seeing it pop up on my in my mailbox, but I can't figure out how to enter.
They just clicked on the link.
I tried. It wouldn't let me.
You have to have it enabled.
I don't know how to enable it then. But that's
No, you
okay. I don't really need it. So
I mean, like I said, I've got one in my car. It just sits in there. I have it in there on purpose. But then again, I also have like 7 flashlights in my truck again.
you love your flashlights.
I like to have sources of illumination just in case the power grid decides to take a womp womp and go down womp hill, and everyone else is sitting there in the dark trying to use their cell phones, and then they don't have a cell phone battery because they used it all on their flashlight. And I'm just like, you morons.
That's when you hear the immortal word Bart, the Nelson from the Simpsons.
I am the Bert of flashlights.
Bert Gummer.
Yes, sir.
By the way, happy belated Bert Gummer Day. It was the other day. And if anybody knows who Bert Gummer is besides us, welcome to the
If you
family.
haven't seen all 6 movies, then yeah, you live in a rock.
Never seen not one of them.
Oh,
You are missing out on dumb hilarity.
Yeah, wasn't my cup of tea.
well, I mean, the first one,
The first 2 were pretty decent-ish. The
Yeah,
Ass
Gummer when they
Blasters
went
was
back to-
hilarious.
but when they went back in time,
That one was terrible.
yeah.
They didn't really go back in time. For some reason, they just decided to film that in the 1800s, and I'm like, why?
But they do got that Blanco one that they keep around as a pet, pretty much. They always know he's coming.
Oh, God, and then there was a Shrieker Island. That one was terrible.
I'm not seeing that one. It's supposed to be one that's supposed to be in a cold weather situation.
Yes.
I can't remember what that was called. I missed that.
Trimmers, Arctic something, and they had it on Netflix. Let me see if I
I
can-
mean, I would do a Tremors marathon just because it just sounds interesting, but that's about it. That's a lot of Tremor movies.
yeah, you're looking at like 12 hours almost.
Can you imagine a 12-hour Tremors marathon?
I've
Would
watched
be
the
the first
first
time
2. I couldn't get past the third one.
Yeah,
I
the
never
third
got
one
to
was
the
kind of
third one.
weird. With the ass blasters.
Yeah, as
Ass
far as I
blasters,
got.
black bone ass.
But it is now 9:30, folks. I do
Right.
have to go. My appointment's at 8:00 in the morning, so I get to find out what they're going to do about my knee. And hopefully it'll be good news and tell me I'm getting my surgery done. So I'm going to say thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on Saturday on Cliff's channel. So I'm out of here in 5, 4,
3,
3,
6,
2,
9,
1.
4,
Kick
8.
a worm.
Forgot to push the button before he started counting down, so we're just